Now that we've established why you need a cite, we're now going to go over how you cite. For this assignment, you'll decide if you want to use MLA or APA. This is just the basic formatting on this page. However, for this assignment, we're going to focus on in-text citations and the works cited or the reference page. If you use MLA, typically there's a header. You're not required to have that, but you will have in-text citations and a works cited page. If you use APA, typically there's a cover page. You're not required to have a cover page, but you will need to have a reference page. So let's go over the basic formatting. Most likely, you're either going to be using some type of physical book or online resource. So starting with MLA, basics. If you're using a book, your in-text citation is always going to include the author's last name and the page number. And if you look at the two examples, there are two different ways you can do this. If it's a direct quote, remember it must be in quotation marks. And then the parenthetical citation comes after the citations as well as the end punctuation. Now on the works cited page, the format is the author's last name, comma, their first name, period, then the title of the work in italics, the publisher, a comma, and the year. If you are using websites with MLA, I'm just going to have you take a look at the formatting, note where punctuation is placed, where italics are being used, look at the format and the example. On the works cited page, you'll also have all of your sources listed in alphabetical order, and you're going to use what's called a hanging indent. That means the first line isn't indented, but every line after the first one is indented. So it's the opposite of the way a paragraph is formatted. If you decide to go with APA, let's take a look at the basics for a book. With APA, you're going to use the author's last name, the publication year, and the page number. However, if you paraphrase, then the page number is excluded because there is no page number. You paraphrase the information. And these are the two different formats that can be used. With APA, you're also going to have a reference page. So take a look at that example. One of the biggest things to note, when you put the title in italics, only the first word is capitalized. The rest of the words are in lowercase. However, if there's a colon in the title, the first letter after the colon is capitalized, but every other letter is going to be lowercase. And here's a look at the website. Again, formatting, pay attention to it, make sure you're following it. Another thing I did with this one, sometimes authors aren't available for websites. When there's not an author, that information is excluded. Now, if you are able to use peer-reviewed resources and you happen to come across some journals, this is the formatting that you'll utilize. So your job is to review the formatting and then use it correctly within your paper. Now, citation generators can also be used. I will list some that I like, but they will format the citation for you. They can also make sure you aren't plagiarizing. So go through your work to ensure that what you're quoting is accurate and that you're not forgetting to quote information. It's very important that you write using your own words, and when you are using your sources, you are giving them credit. But you must always cross-check. Generators are not always 100% accurate. So for your first assignment, you need to choose your research topic. Then you're going to write your research question and turn it into a thesis statement. You'll also practice making citations.